Alright, so we're back. The plan's been laid out. Sorry, I think they've gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get into Her Majesty. First things first, we gotta talk to Maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows of a way to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. We gotta talk to all these people. Blueprints are missing. I agree, Mr. Man. That's the point, I think. Do everything so quickly that nobody can do anything about it. Oh, it's you, what? Colonel Richard. Hey, Sarah Joshua, it's our first opportunity to speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw each other was right after Mildama was arrested, wasn't it? Honestly, I'm surprised that you remember us. I realize we exchanged a few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were children of Callan or Cassius. How'd you find that out? Oh, please understand, I'm not trying to show off intelligence or vision capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. I might persuade you to stay a while and talk. I'm hoping to speak with you two for some time now. Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you ever mean with his grace? I don't mind being polite. Hi, yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. Why don't you go to his grace and inform him I'll be delayed? Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Uh, just what should we do? I don't see we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. It's getting more and more suspicious. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit and was under his command. And since that time, I've found myself in the debt again and again, and personally and professionally. He did. And what did you think of him at that time? Simply put, he was a hero. A master swordsman to boot. No matter what the scenario, he could find a way to handle a number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say you two were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the Hundred Days War. Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me when, as we executed his plan, it turned the worst tide. Anytime I get to talk about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been a part of the Royal Army, Liberal would now be a part of the Ebonian Empire. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, he's a hero. He had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen. So few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said a word of any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of you this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was a Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey now, calm down. It seemed like he told me any of it just so I figured it out, a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel that it was something worth going in out of his way to tell us about. But I just don't get it. When he comes back, he's so in trouble. Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems by leaving he did what he was best for him after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you is all he could ever help to recover. Colonel Richard. then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I can't really keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you have to excuse me. Alright. Apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have been told one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again very soon. Cassius might even be with us then to share his stories. What? Okay, who is that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just weird to hear him talk about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem like the villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's up to something. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. I think you say it, but I think we might have been playing nice because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks he's fooling a couple kids as easy as it could be. Don't you think he's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Just make sure you're prepared for anything and to let your guard down. I'd say it's a bracer's job. Is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you. What the heck are you taking me for? Anyway, we need to go back to Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she could be in the maid quarters. Dress up as maids. Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you know? He had something to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Oh, yes. The letter of introduction did mention you were a mister of the Cassius children. I can understand at least somehow the Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad, too? He used to come here when he worked for General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? This is Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. We'd still be here if alive or whatnot was happening. But lamenting what might have been his fool's errand. Evening's fast approaching. Let's make our preparations at once. Come on, Shay. Oh, hey, aren't you? Shay, right? Yeah, thank you for remembering. You look well still, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't be a problem. Thank you. When you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle's going to dress in one of the maids in order to keep in the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you should blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow much for way for personalization. That should be an ideal for sneaking in. Me in a maid's outfit. I've been trying to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move. Well, if our uniforms were so easy to move, they'd make cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you remember your man in front of the queen. You won't have me and Lena this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess in the play and the campus festival. Is there really that much difference between a fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. That was a play. You can't appear before a Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not anything at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Oh, not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Oh, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have an extra hair design for the princess? Yes, it's never used though. He has full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like 3-1. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Alright. If I could have to change, I can do it myself. I'm sure you're not planning on using makeup, are you? Oh, kids these days. Poor Joshua. Oh my. Ta-da! Oh, what do you think? I think it suits you very well. Such a bright, active maid in training. And only after just coming to the castle too, you certainly have me convinced. With your hair down like that, no one will be the wiser. Perhaps you would like to work at Grancho Castle for real when this is all settled. Well, we already work with Bracer, so anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I could talk you out of this? Not at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine, you're impossible sometimes. So, poor Joshua. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? This is better than it does me, and I'm a Grancho girl. And a bigger makeup can make a world of difference. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the Royal Keep. You need to make certain to watch me and learn how the maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we're finally going to meet the Queen in person. Yes, this is do or die moment. We have to stay focused and keep the Royal Keep. It's hard to take that outfit seriously. Well, excuse me, it's just your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on... Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you sometime to teach you some ice cream later, okay? It's not like you, I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, they get along so well, don't they? We're out of time, let's keep the Royal Keep. Oh, she's in charge now. Let's save it. Progress. Levi. What happens if we go over here? Wait a minute, what happens if we go to one of the rooms? Oh, they really don't recognize this. Wow, nobody can recognize me. Alright, let's go see the Queen. This is like an exciting time, you know? Hold up. What business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and suspicion at her request. The situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go at her daily life as she wishes after all. Such harsh words. Who are these mages here? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire additional staff to help. They only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bells. Hey, why do I get the feeling I've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking of any untoward thoughts. I'd rather think that His Grace the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite Royal Army, we wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now will you please let us pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Oh, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was real well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change clothes before you shoot your Majesty? If you prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boys' clothes, now. Oh, for the love, why are we always so self-conscious? What's wrong with that you had on? It's not an issue of self-conscious. By the way, Hilda, is this the room of what I think it is? Yes, Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding, but I heard the princess was tending to the queen. I guess it's just gossip then. You have to talk to her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. It gets more and more suspicious. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Stella and Joshua. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia. I am 26th monarch of the Nation of Liberal. I'm Estelle Bright, Junior Bracer of the Bracer Guild. I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret I can't offer proper hospitality, but I prepared some tea. Please come and have some relax. I see, so Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orb capable of negating all other orbital energies, and you say Colonel has acquired it. The professor told us that you might have some idea what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about it, but even so, excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that. In fact, Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that was still functioned. Wow. So it's a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know have lost their function, like mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and then you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that beneath Gransel. So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe you can be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of that artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it's beyond my imagination how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Rush's research on it was kept strictly confidential off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely the trouble's on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when the bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I expect no less from Cassius's daughter. We were created with our father, Your Majesty. He was a friend of our late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests from me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine there are many things you don't know about him, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then, that is the role that he has meant that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. Uh-oh. Why shoot it? No, I had no idea. He believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took a path of bracer. All to stay with you, the only one he had left you. And this time he swore that he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Still, yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in the service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. So I'm sorry, Estelle, I failed to protect your mother. I wish to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You protected the peace of the country ever since the war ended. That peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberal were in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I couldn't live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart. I am grateful. It gladdens to my heart to finally have met you in person. Now more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like you to remove yourself from any dealings in this matter. But Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if tragedy were to fall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I only ask that you go back home to Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace Dad restored that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I only ask that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got the letter in the package, and we've been running around all around creation ever since. It feels like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time, and that's why I want to defend peace. So that's everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go living secure, happy lives. Just like you, just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right and what I really want to see it through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you. I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Among them, my granddaughter Claudia. Aha, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. The coup d'etat started when I backed her as a successor to the throne. So in other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he possessed a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, he is lacking where my granddaughter shines. For the sake of the nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I would personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the error, there will always be those who strongly object to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudio's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares, and thought, along with his passing of the information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This is all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power with Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Liberal becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Mobile weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at the present. Oh no. Indeed, Colonel has made a very adamant request that I enact such policies. I thought such proposals were born out of genuine love for this country, but I never agreed that they were to the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We've worked so hard to maintain treaties with other countries, defending a nation that goes hand in hand with the free cultures exchange and trade with all other nations to benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. So he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Ah. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare approach the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow that I love my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear you and comply with your request. You will see that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiments, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great deal of reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. That was a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 as cool when I get old. Cool, did you actually just call the Queen that? She definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah. If anyone to stop this coup thing would help her. This definitely outside of Vixen jurisdiction. But first things first, we do whatever we can, right? But you know, it's still freaking out about the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she got any more tidbits that she would willing to share. Son, Joshua, have you finished changing? Yes. Please return to the waiting room at once. It's already 11 o'clock. It's actually almost midnight. Oh, is it really that late? The Queen spoke to us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt the guards might be suspicious. Are you going home or for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just to be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair, but please relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. Hey, by the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. Maybe ask them. Since I made a modern name, pardon me saying so, but it doesn't sound like right for you. Ain't that the truth? How about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say that's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Alright, we're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Oh, please be safe on your way home. Poor Joshua. You just... Sorry, well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like all eyes changed when they told me your name. Hey, it was not. They didn't see you shying away from joining the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost my confidence there. What's all the noise about? Uh-oh. Oh, Lieutenant. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. They're the junior hires whom I'm instructing. This is Dorothy and Karen. They're so quite experienced, I'm giving some extra training time. Do you recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we run into him, it'd be bizarre if you didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough staring. It's quite unusual to see you coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look very much like my niece. My eyes are playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I say, Mister, you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you look very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you look the best with raven hair of yours even longer. I am honored. Ah, yes. Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace? No, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he once served. Your grace, your flirtations, while flattering, but best saved for another time and place. All of the maids of this castle work directly for her service to Majesty the Queen Lisa. I trust you have not forgotten. I know. Some folks just can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week anyway. We can set time aside then for some fun. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink in excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say, knowing full well that I must be maybe reprimanded but I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. The room is right over there. Oh, right, Dorothy. You just let me know if you have any problems or anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Oh, you're cute. Yes, good. I apologize sincerely for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I certainly should hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam, young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yeah, ever since we were children, though not as nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I bet he does everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying about me being the popular one? Duke certainly seems awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my mouth, thank you. In my stomach. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like we're missing something. Why would the Duke want to tea so late? Well, you see. Estelle, allow me to elucidate to you in the matter of tea, and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopelessness, completely hopeless. Thanks for everything for the both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we would have done. Please, it's the least we can do in Majesty's service. I only ask you to complete the request she made for you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of the royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open, she always treats me more like a friend than a servant. But the thought of her being held high captive, it keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Wow. Okay, well, this chapter takes 20 hours, because holy Jesus. What might I inquire you're doing at this late hour? Captain Amatera. Good evening. I realize you have been invited here, but you don't think it's a bit late for kids walking around? Please pardon us, we've never been in a castle like this. We couldn't resist urge to kick around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you a half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only to my own edification. We were in the cellar because the guy... What was that? I'm just what you think you're doing down there. We weren't doing anything in particular. Come on, let's not waste time on games. I received numerous reports that you were going in and out of the main quarters several times. Do you think it's a bit off to be looking around in a particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business do you have in the maid's quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You've been here the whole time? Then. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, sorry. Hey, if it ain't you, my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice luck that we've come to meet up again. I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students causing you any trouble? Students? No. It's just that they were in the maid quarter for a while. really wanted to know what their business was, or simply security precaution. Oh, I totally get you. I sent them out to find some munchies to get rid of my bruise. Hey, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cookies aren't back yet, I guess. We went to the maid if there's any way we can get our hands on some snacks, but no luck. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come join me for a drink? I mean, hey, I got nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy. I just have to decline your just offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate my suspicions actively. Any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Haha, very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well to head back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Cena, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made him look like he was intoxicated. He was done some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Oh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you know, it seemed to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract you a little. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You're an evil, evil man, dude. Okay, sure, so you did help us out, but you're all surprised as hell out of me. Sorry about that, so what's the story? What story? I thought it would have been obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Oh, wait, what? How did you... Did Alon tell you this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time I show you this. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. Others explain a lot. Okay. So that actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Bronia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it was what it means is that you're in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the onset when I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kickerback, and she confirmed it. It would have been nice if you had just said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad had been. I know, I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter she was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. You can pull off a job as big as sneaking in on us with the Queen. I suppose so, he knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it's probably best to fill us in on everything. It's a bit far-fetched to say that we could pull an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright, then I'll help you with help you out with that little request. Oh, you will? Yep. This is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt with Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'll be glad to. Thank you once again. Well, that's this place. I would have never imagined something like this. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you research kind of show us the way to the lowest level? Yes, sir. Oh, some kind of mechanical monster. Oh, it must be the Arachnisms. Holy shit, they took out the thing in one stroke. You are quickest to react. You are indeed a true force to reckon with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well. It's quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But this time, ways from no man. Skills I possess will now be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge the kingdom's future with my own two hands. For my brave men, the way of the open power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved liberal. I only expect each of you for the glory of liberal. For the glory of liberal. Okay. Understand the situation. You both perform admirably, and ways you were able to deliver the professor's measures to her majesty in person. Well, we got lucky as all. The real question is how much longer are it going to be before we'll be on our side? Yeah, we're really focused. Really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more than I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this compensation for that well done. Still junior rank. Now it's in. It's pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-rank ranger like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have the debt to repay, Cassius couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you till the end. I knew you could count on you then. By the way, what's the A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged blader's full power. There are 7 ranks ranging from G to A. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass then. Well, I may be A rank, but I'm still an underling too, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers across the continent. Above that, there's an informal S rank that's only granted to the bracers who successfully resolves issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Well, I'm not even sure I want you to think about what they can even do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of the 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this, right? Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth getting upset about anything anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, Divine Blade, S-rank ranger. If he's so damn awesome, then it would be sure nice if you come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If you were here with us, we probably would have never escalated to the point the coup de grace even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? I'm just thinking about how strange this is. The whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if they planned the coup or was waiting for him to be gone. At least that's just an impression I have. Oh, so what you're saying is the coup was planned around the departure of the Empire, am I correct? No, I'm sure Dad would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone else who could possibly manipulate Dad like this without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior pattern exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Oh, well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think Colonel Richard could have managed to pull off the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just 2 major events that happen to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstance, we cannot rely on Cassius' help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference at the Grantil branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. All other things being equal, we have to request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we should never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act therefore. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I must ask the cooperation of all the Bracers in Grantil, including Din, of course. Okay. If we come into conflict with the intelligence region, we'll see all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have cooperation with other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. That's tentatively the foil a potential terrorist activity. What? So basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving to full tilt. This may be starting to stifle any activity on part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh boy, we're up to it. So what do we saw the idea of the prisoners being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually, and I believe it's most likely placed in the Arborio. The building in the forest, right? It would make sense. The soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism if few would question it. And I can't imagine they would want to lock a lady of the royal family in the cell at Leiston Fortress. Considering it's the army that we're going to be going against, I'd like more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the Royal City. Can I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, your friends and acquaintances with a reporter, right? Oh, you mean Neil? Yeah, we can see if he's picked anything else since we could. Yeah. And I took a break from reading, guys. Alright. So I'm gonna go do that. Alright, we're going to end this episode right here. And we will continue this in the next one. Thanks for joining.